You know why we call them French fries? They come from pommes frites. Pommes frites is what they use in France for French fries. They're little matchstick style potatoes, and they're cooked basically from the roll steak all the way through. And what I want is my small julienne blade. That's a julienne cut there blade. I want that mandolin, and then I'm going to take my potato, just do little matchsticks. So, I'll drop those little matchsticks in the fryer. This is pommes frites. And sometimes we would call it haystack potatoes or something like that.
Are these also like shoestring potatoes?
Huh?
Like shoestring potatoes?
A little thinner, paper thin. You see how thin those are?
Yes.
Shoestring potatoes are long and curly ones.
Oh.
This is a little bit different than the shoestrings.
Quarter inch.
What would you serve these with?
Huh?
What would you serve these with
Instead of French fries.
instead of French
Pommes
fries?
frites. We used to serve pommes frites at the restaurant instead of French fries when we first opened. Most of the customers got complaints. Sometimes they wanted real French fries, so
Oh.
we started doing real French fries. Then you don't have any customers.
They got over it.
You'd be amazed at the things my chef has done for customers. And these are actually really good too.
Let me have half of that.
You want to try some of that? Take some off and let everybody try.
Oh my gosh, I'm so full. I can't imagine eating anything else.
Alright, pommes
Pretty
frites.
light, is it? That'd be
Or
pretty
haystack
garnish.
potatoes,
Yeah.
whatever you'd like to call them. I mean, it's a really neat, concept because of potatoes. But traditionally, if you went to France, you would get them all the exact same size, and they're like matchsticks. Now this, I didn't make it thin enough, but this is kind of a haystack potato. Really good, sprinkle a little salt on them. They're outstanding.
Yeah, I like the way they look.
Try a little pommes frites.
You want some?
But this is essentially where French fries came from. That's why they call them French fries, because it stole the idea from the French. Does that make sense?
Yeah, chef.
And they're pretty short.
They're good.
Oh,
French.
French?
Yeah.
Not really.
I bet you could put them on some soup and it would be good too.
Okay, so to make potato chips, I'm just gonna, the same concept that I used with this, with the golfer potato, I'm gonna remove the blades from the mandolin. Then I have one razor blade there at the front. Make sure it's small, and for potato chips, just got really, really thin potato strips. You're not going to use it without the guard. I'm using it without the guard, but I've been using a mandolin for as long as I can possibly remember. So, see how thin that is? The trick with potato chips is to get them really thin. The reason they get them so straight when you go get them in a bag is because they cook them in vats. They cook them in vats, and they're pressurized. So the pressure actually holds the potato in a specific shape while it cooks. Pretty cool process. If you ever get a chance to go to a French fry or a potato chip factory, really, really neat. Huh? Maybe we have one around here somewhere. The trick is don't let them stick together. Once you get them in the fryer, you got to stir them just a little bit. Don't constantly stir them while you're cooling the oil down. And then you deep fry the chips. A little salt, a little Cajun seasoning, I made a ranch dressing mix you can put on them. I mean, there's 10 million things you can put on chips.
Have you ever done that with tortillas?
Oh yes, yeah, that's how you cook tortilla chips. Yeah, drop them down fryer oil. Yep, this
So So if you don't have a mandolin, can you just slice potatoes really thinly?
I
Or
think you can slice it down.
that's what I was wondering.
Say go ahead, but I don't see it happening.
Yeah,
So you
that's
can't
really
do that cut either without.
You gotta have a mandolin to do.
So would you suggest that we get one while we're attending school?
You know what? If you have a mandolin, it's going to give you so many other advantages, but I don't suggest you buy this type. You want all the blades and attachments to be attached to it. They got little twisters that flip over and give you different blades. They're all attached, that we don't lose any of the blades.
So you can get them at the restaurant store?
Yeah, you can go to Oklahoma Restaurant Supplies. They all have a thing that carries the type.
I think it's on. That's on Western, isn't it, Chef?
No, that is Oswald. It's on Western. Oklahoma Restaurant Supplies off of Reno on California Street.
Okay.
And it's right past Agnew on the right-hand side, a block down or 2 blocks down from Reno,
Okay.
California Street. But you can Google it, Oklahoma Restaurant Supply.
Yeah, I work kind of close to that.
So the potato chips, guys, have to be crispy. And that's the key about pommes frites and potato chips. They have to be so thin that they stay crispy after they're cooked. If you don't cook them enough, they're not going to be crispy. Or if I cook them at too high of heat, they're going to brown off before the potato gets a chance to dry out. Does that make sense? So I can't have the high heat.
Your standard temperature is 375.
Oh, no, no, for potato chips, probably 325.
Really?
Yeah, 375. Cook potato chips that high.
And would you
Chicken is 300 degrees. Fried chicken.
at more? I had to do these every day, and
that's hard.
of course I couldn't cut them on the meat slicer, but I put them in water and stuck them in the refrigerator, and the next morning I cooked them so they were real ice cold. I was told that makes them easier to fry evenly.
The water soaks a lot of the water when you store them overnight. The water is going to take not only the nutrients and stuff out, but it's going to take a lot of the starch out of it, and that will allow the crisp off the line.
So it's not cold water per se, it's just water.
Water in general. The cold water, anytime they're cold, they're going to overshape better in the fry. So the colder they are, when it's kind of the same ingredients that we freeze these before we cook them. Once we freeze them, they hold their shape while we're cooking these firm. And then it gives it a chance to really burn off the outside of it.
So should we do that with our chips too?
Huh?
Should we get our chips or potatoes cold before we?
I don't think that's really that necessary. Not for crispy chips. You're just going to cook them until they're crispy.
Okay.
Ideally, want to get a little paper towel from the thing and put it on a plate and pull the stuff out and put it on a paper towel. And it's really close to the chips here. But the idea is to get them where they're crisp. You want to hear that?
Yes, chef.
Sorry, you're fine.
If I don't cook them long enough, they're not going to be crisp. So I got to dry them out.
What are you gonna season them with? What do you season them with? Just salt.
Whatever you